So you want to learn guitar. Man, you suck. Man, you suck. Why? Because only people worthy of the title of cringe play guitar, and I unfortunately have that title. So, you're here because you are opting to be an awful human being, which I can respect. Regardless, though, you're here, and I'm going to teach you how to play the world's douchiest instrument. So, we're going to, the douchiest instrument. I was going to say get you the ladies, but, I mean, same difference. So we're going to start out real simple with how you should be holding your guitar. Right on me, I got just a simple standard acoustic guitar. You can take whatever guitar you have. It really won't matter in terms of how you hold it. It's all the same. So you want to make sure that this little hump right here is sitting firmly on your lap, and you hold it to your chest like this, right? You want to make sure your headstock, which is this part, is facing to the left of you. Now, if you have a left-handed guitar, it's going to be obviously different. Your headstock is going to be facing to the right. And you are an even bigger douche than a normal guitarist for playing a left-handed guitar. What is wrong with you if you are? Like, genuinely. Like, you're disgusting. Anyway, so, you've got holding it down. Congratulations. You know how to hold a guitar. You're already halfway there. So, now let's identify each of the 6 strings. We got E, which is this the thicker string should be facing towards you. If not, seek help immediately. All right, and then you got your A string, right? A string is the second string down from your E string. You following? No? Okay, I'm going to keep going anyway. So you got your D string, right? Your D string is going to be like third down. Shocker, and it keeps going that way progressively. So you got E, A, D, and then right here you got G, right? G is your 4th string, and your 5th string, oh my god, we're 5 out of 6, you're almost there. Your 5th string is going to be a B, as in, I mean, and then this is really going to throw you for your loop. So you remember how I said your 1st string is an E? Well, your 6th string is also an E. It's an octave different. Whoa! We'll learn about octaves later. You probably don't know what that means, you bunch of normies. So, you got your string identification. And before we continue, now would be a great time to pause the video and figure out if your guitar is in tune. So, for example, these are your tuning pegs. These little metal things up here, they are your tuning pegs. Some guitars do them differently. They got like nut lockers on the top of the bridge here and in between the headstock. Let's identify parts of the guitar. That's probably a good idea. So you got the body, right? You got the body of the guitar. You obviously got your strings, right? And then don't ever hold your guitar like that. If I ever see that in public, I will personally kick your ass. Cool. So, and then right here, I don't really know what that is. It's part of the string process. You put the strings in there, pin them down, and boom, strings happen. These are your tuning pegs. You got, like I said, E, A, D, G, B, E. Please, before you tune for the first time, make sure you guide which string, like for example, your 1st string, your E string, guides all the way up to your 1st peg. Same thing for your 2nd, your 3rd, your 4th, 5th, so on. So, after that, you'll obviously make sure they're in tune. Here's kind of the sound, the kind of noise you want to go for. So I'm going to play each individual string to make sure your guitar is in tune, or if you've got an app, honestly, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. So this is what your 1st string, your A string, E string should sound like. Alright, that's your E string. Alright, memorize that sound, lock it in your brain so you don't have to use your stupid tuner anymore. Alright, especially if you want to impress some of your guitar friends. tuning by ear is like the hugest flex you can have in the guitarist community, aside from, you know, being good at the guitar. Your A string, that's going to be your second tuning peg, okay? Like I said, all guitars are different. Like on my Fender over here, let me go get that. The tuning pegs are situated like this on the Fender, right? But on this, it's situated like this. This is what they would call a straight six, kind of like how you would see in a car. The pistons are all lined up in a perfect straight line six piston thingy. Then, but with this type of guitar, it makes it a little more difficult because, like, when you go from like your third string, your D string, to the G string, it's like a parallel to it, so it's not exactly ideal. I prefer the Fender much more, but regardless, I'm here teaching you on the acoustic just because I don't feel like doing fun amp stuff because it's broken. So yeah, make sure each note's in tune. Let's see, what note were we on? Oh, here's A, your second string. All right, and then you're going to get your D string, which is your third string. All right, can you already feel Led Zeppelin coming inside you? No? Well, you're not doing it right. All right, so you want to get your G string, right? G string, and you want to make sure that's in tune as well. Okay, that's what your G string should sound like. Here's your B string. Oh, that's your E string. Ignore that. There we go. That's B. Alright, that's B. Here's E. High E, by the way. Your sixth string E. I said that as if it wasn't obvious. Come on now, you're not a bunch of idiots. I hope. Please don't let my community be a bunch of absolute idiots. So now that okay, moving on. You got your guitar tuned, you know how to hold it, and you're ready to go, I guess, from there. So I guess we're going to start with, we're not going to jump into anything crazy on lesson 0, just because I'm not trying to overwhelm you or anything of the sorts. So we're going to, let's see, what's a good song? TNT. TNT by AC/DC is a fantastic beginner song because it's only 3 notes. Alright, so for this song, you're only gonna, for the beginner version of the song, you're only gonna focus on the top E string. Right? So, you got your E, right? Then you're going to go to the 3rd fret. Let me explain frets. So frets are these spaces in between. So like you got 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret, 9th fret, and so on. My advice, I have it on the Fender because that's what I learned on. Stickers on each of the frets that label them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get the point. That helped me out a lot. Highly recommend it. Don't let people tell you otherwise because it is a good, useful tool for beginners. Especially if you're just starting out in music in general. It's a great idea to, it's not necessarily cheating, but also kind of like frowned upon if you've been playing for at least 6 months. So like, get over yourself quickly is what I'm saying. Don't be a pussy forever. That's kind of the thing. But you know, it's okay to be a little crybaby wimp at the beginning. Because like when you're born, you're expected to just throw up all over the place and poo your pants and cry. You know, that's kind of the phase you're in right now. So don't doubt yourself. You get better with time, trust. So anyway, back to the song. Now that we've identified what frets are, you want to play your E string once, your low E string. Remember, we're only focusing on the low E string, okay? You're going to go, and then you're going to mute it. Well, you don't have to mute it, but I like to mute it. So how you mute it is instead of pressing all the way down on the note, you want to gently like press, not press, but like put your finger like on the fret, right? So you want to go like that, right? If you don't get it, that's a good first practice for you to get used to playing. And I should also explain to you how to hold a pick. Sorry this is chaotic, but also at the same time, I'm not sorry. Get over yourself. So, got your pick, right? I'm using a pretty pink one because all the rest of mine shattered completely. And that's because I'm just built different and you're not and you suck. Come on. Give me a minute. Damn, that thing's really buried. Give me a sec. Okay, got it. So how you should hold a pick. First things first, you want to give me a big old thumbs up, as if you're actually doing something, like, good for society and not being a lazy sack of potatoes sitting at home watching this awful YouTube video trying to learn how to play guitar. You want to hold a thumbs up, and then you want to place your pick with the sharper, pointier edge facing outwards to the left. You want to curl your finger in, like on the curled part of your pointer finger, and just set it there. Once it's set there, you know you're at least on the right track. Then you drop your thumb on top, and you kind of want to make it look like, let's see, like this. Does that make sense? You kind of want the thumb to rest on the top of the pick, while the curling is like the curl of your pointer is like holding it in place. Again, that comes with practice too. I definitely sucked at it at first, so like don't feel too horrible about it. But also like, if you're 2 weeks in and still can't hold a pick, get over yourself. You suck. So yeah, you take your pointer finger. Oh right, yeah, we're down to the pick, right? So this is a good exercise you can practice before we get into the song, right? Is palm mute and then strumming. So the strumming pattern is we're going to go down 4 times at a steady beat of whatever this is. In 4/4, right? So you're going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's just getting you kind of used to strumming, or not strumming, but picking, making sure you get some very nice pain in your wrist, because that's a necessity when you're a guitarist, is your wrist and hands always hurt. That's just part of the thing. If you decided not to do guitar, I completely understand. That's a huge turnoff anyway. So you take your wrist, and yeah, you just keep doing this. Oh, not that. We'll get into that later. But once you get better, you can do so palm mute. So letting the note ring out and then placing your fingers on top. So you're going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's say you got that down, right? All right, so now we're going to go. Alright, so how that works is you're picking normally, like you normally would, you know, and the normal exercise we've been doing. And then you're going to lift up on the 2 of every beat. So like I said, we're in 4/4, which means we're playing 4 notes per measure, right? So we're going to be going 1, 2, so it's 1, palm, 2, palm, 4. 1, palm, 2, wait, 1, palm, 3, palm, 4, 1, 4, Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. I may not be able to speak English, but you sure as hell can understand what I'm saying, right? No? Find a different video. So, now that you've gotten that simple little exercise, it's time we learn our first song. Yay, you're starting to not suck at guitar. Congratulations. So, you want to remember what we said about fret identification. You want to take your pointer finger of your left hand, and you want to let it stay open for a second, and you're going to play your E string, open E string, and then palm mute, like we've been talking about with the left hand. Eventually we'll get into palm mute with the right hand, which gets you really cool noises like... We'll get into that later, which is super fun. I cannot wait to get to that point. So, so we're going to do one palm. And then after that, you're going to put your pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, which is going to be labeled as the note G. The reason that is because in between each fret is an interval, something us musicians like to call because we just can, and musicians suck. So, how that works is basically you got E, E sharp, G, no, E sharp, F, and then you skip F and go straight to G because music hates you, right? There's no sharp or flat in between each because, like I said, music hates you, and it's really hard to understand. And actually, next week, I might just give a full-blown music theory lesson instead of just a guitar lesson, because I can, and this is my YouTube channel, not yours. So, alright, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, you're going to go 1, palm mute, 3rd fret pointer finger on the 3rd fret of the G string, and then you're going to play that twice. So you're going to go 1, no, you're doing it once. Okay, so 1, like that. So 1, palm, 3. You understand? No? Too bad. So you're going to go 1, palm. If you want to, you could just keep practicing that and make sure you get good at it, because I'm not stopping anytime soon. So you're going to go E. Whoa, what did I do there? So I used my ring finger and went to the 5th fret of the low E string. And what that does is it gets us that. So, which sounds like the beginning of TNT by AC/DC, right? So that's the beginning, right? Just without the distortion and the funky little noise, right? So, and from there you want to alternate between the 3rd and the 5th fret like this. So it's going to sound something like this. And from there, you're going to go back to your open E string, which is the entire intro to TNT by AC/DC. So it's going to be like... And from there, you don't really have to do this, but it's just a personal preference of spamming the 5th fret of the E string. And it so, like, let's say you're playing through it, you're going... If you're skilled enough to do that, by all means go for it. I think that's... It's 6 things. So from there, on the 7th pick of the 5th fret of the E string, you're going to go... So it's going to be 5, 3, 0, right? And then from there, you're going to go back 0, 3, 5, right? So you're going to go... You understand? If not, you can probably, I mean, guys, it's not rocket science. It's just a single string and a little bit of finger movement. If you don't get it, it's fine. I can show you again real quick if you want me to. So I'm going to call out the things. So O is going to be considered open string. third fret is going to be, or 3 is going to be considered third fret of the E string. Then 5 is obviously going to, you get the gist. So we're going to be like O, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, O, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, O, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, O, O, 3, 5, 5, 3, O, A, O, 3, 5, ya, A, O, 3, 5, 5, 3, O, O, 3, 5. There you go. You've learned the entirety of TNT by AC/DC, and that marks the start of your pathetic adventure of being a guitarist. I wish you the best of luck, and I truly hope you don't fail. I know I've been making a ton of jokes this entire video, but genuinely, it is a fun instrument to play. As much as I dog on it, and as someone who's been playing for nearly 3 years, it is genuinely like a super fun instrument to play. And yeah, I really like the guitar. It is a fun one to do. Send this to your friends if you want to, if they can keep up. If not, you're built different. That's all I gotta say. So, yeah. Good luck.